Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm so excited to be working with home hardware on today's project. This was highly requested by you guys for a full tutorial on how to flip a piece of furniture. So we're going to be starting off with this piece that I found in someone's driveway for free. It obviously is looking a little bit rough, so we're going to give it a full makeover and I'm so excited. The very first thing we're going to do is take off this door and the remaining part of the old one. And where you take the screws out, you just want to give it a quick sand. Just with this type of furniture, it seems to kind of pull out a little bit, so you get a little bit of a bump. So I just sanded it down lightly and made it flush. And for the holes where the old hardware was on the drawers, we're actually just going to be using those existing ones, so I don't need to fill that. So as you can see, I just sanded them down so that they are nice and flush. I also took out the shelf that was in the middle here, and I'm going to do the same thing to those. And of course, the first place we need to start for supplies is at Home Hardware, so let's head in. The paint section is filled with all kinds of fun things, and I'm so excited to show you guys the color that I chose for today's project. I think you're gonna love it. So now that we've gathered all of our supplies, we're back and we're ready to start by filling the holes that we made. So we are going to be using this wood filler. It's super easy to use. All you do is take a little putty knife and take a bit on there. It kind of is like a jelly-like substance, and you're just going to kind of butter it on there like you would toast. So once you fill the hole well, you kind of want a little bit extra on the outside so that when you sand it down, it's nice and smooth. So it should look kind of like this before you sand it. You can see it's a little bit chunky. And once that's dry, you're going to go ahead and sand down everything. So I just took my orbital sander. You can sand it by hand, you can use a sanding block, whatever is easiest for you. Just make sure that you scuff the surface really well because you want to give your paint something to adhere to. So it's nothing too crazy. You're not sanding off the entire finish. You're not stripping away the old stain or anything. You're literally just scuffing it enough that the paint will adhere well and that you won't have any problems. So it should kind of look like this. I did go over all of the little grooves and stuff after just by hand, but that's a very boring video, so I'm going to spare you that one. Once you're done, clean it all up really well. You can use a tack cloth, a microfiber cloth, that's what I was using, and it works great. So we grabbed a good primer and we are using the cabinet and furniture paint again, which is the same thing we used last time. I am so impressed by this paint. I'm obsessed with using it. I feel like I'm going to use it on basically all my furniture flip projects going forward. Love it. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and prime everything. It's a little bit tricky because this one has some small details, so you can use a small brush like a craft brush, something like that, to kind of get into the little spots, but you just want to give it a good coat of primer and let that dry. And now for the most exciting part, the paint. So this furniture and cabinet paint is fantastic. Love it, can't recommend it enough. The color I chose is called Sprout, and it is just this perfect light green. I love it. It looks so good. So definitely check out all the colors that Home Hardware has. They have so many different ones, and as you guys can see, this color is so fun. It is going to be perfect for a little playroom area once this is all finished. I can't wait to show you. So let's get painting. So as you guys will see, at first I didn't paint the whole backing on this piece. I was actually considering replacing the backing for something else, but I ended up just liking the simplicity of it. I was going to do kind of like a beadboard accent in the back, which I still think would look great. That's the best part of furniture flips, is you can customize it however you want. Whatever fits your style, whatever fits your space, you can do anything, and that's why these projects are so much fun. So I painted the backing, got everything finished up. I did 2 full coats of the sprout color, and it is looking good. So now it is time for some hardware. So excited. So I chose this Richelieu hardware. I thought the gold would just accent this green color so well. I'm loving the combo. So let's go ahead and get this installed. That color is so good. I'm so excited. So the installation for the handles is super simple. It just comes with screws. Just go ahead and add that on, and hardware makes so much difference. I think it looks so good. So the last thing I did was added in some closet rod brackets and cut down a 1 1/4 inch dowel. And I am so excited with how this project turned out, you guys. It's so perfect. I can't wait for this to go to someone for a nursery or a little playroom or something like that. It would be perfect to hold costumes, or just if you had a space that didn't have a closet, this would be so great. So thank you guys so much for hanging out and flipping furniture with me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you again to Home Hardware for sponsoring this video.